Hi everybody, welcome to my creative test world. Some kind of interesting things to show you today. Oh, I can never get that right. Okay. I was the other day I had this idea that maybe I could make the survival aspects of Minecraft a little bit more challenging or realistic. Well, I hesitate to use the word realistic, but I thought it would be cool if that when your health went down, that it would have these adverse effects on your performance. Like the first idea I had is this little test thing right here. It was like if your health went down, um, it would give you weakness and progressively stronger levels of weakness. So like, if you were full health, you'd be fine. If you're like half health, you would have weakness 1, and then if you were like at quarter, you'd have weakness 2, and so on and so forth. I thought that would be kind of a fun little addition to the survival gameplay. So I kind of built on that a little bit, and I made this thing over here. Got a little bit carried away, I guess. But I guess I'll give you a quick demonstration. Let's turn this on. So let me get a little food, actually. All right. So I'll go into survival. Got full health, you see? So if I hurt myself, which is why this cactus is here, if I go below 8 hearts, I get weakness. You see I'm healing up. And now that I have 8.5, I'm back to normal. So 6 to 8 hearts, you get weakness. Now 4 to 6 hearts, you get slowness and weakness 2. And I guess 2 to 4 hearts, you get slowness 2, weakness 3, and mining fatigue. So I don't know if I can really tell. Oh yeah, that's a little slower. And if you go down even further, there we go. 1.5 hearts. Slowness 3, weakness 4, mining fatigue 2. Oh, so slow. Can't move. Yep. And the weakness will mean your attack damage is lowered. Ugh. And there's something I added at the very bottom. If you only have like 1 heart, or half 1 heart and under, you start getting nausea effects in addition to all this other stuff. So it's really hard to do anything. Like if you're trying to run away from mobs, or you're trying to dig your way out, it's just gonna be insane. So yeah, and if you heal up, all those effects will progressively, disappear. There you go. There goes the nausea. And get another half a heart. The slowness will go down. The weakness. Yep. So let me just throw. Oh no, that's saturation. I always get that confused. No, that's not right. It's not health boost. Oh, I know. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool idea. And there's another feature I added, which is based on your XP level. Right now I have 0 XP. I think these are configured to, there we go, get 10. So I set it to start at level 30, I think. So at level 30, you get this bonus of 2 more hearts in your heart bar. So it's sort of like in an RPG or adventure game where you level up, you get more HP, and it keeps going for every 10 levels. Level 40, that's 14 hearts. 50, 16, 60, 18, and max 70. You go above that, nothing happens. And then if I did took away the levels, back to normal. And there's also a little tiny thing which you might not notice, but every every time you get additional health, you recover fully. So that's an added little bonus. So yeah, I think those are kind of cool aspects that you could incorporate into survival. And actually, all you'd have to do is just insert this little module into whatever survival world you were playing and turn it on, and it would work. Let's see, what else did I do? Oh, I also added a little sort of interesting mechanic. I think I added some different arrows. Let me go back into creative. So you guys have probably seen videos of exploding arrows. It's basically like that kind of mechanic, except I made it require like an additional item to determine what kind of what the arrow will do. For example, like this is the straight up exploding arrows, and so what this requires is that you can't just have a bow and shoot it, right? You need to go get the right item, which in this case is TNT, and you have to insert it in the slot above the bow to feed into the bow. So let me show you. There's Oh, I know why that disappeared. Kind of screwed up. All right, so I have a stack of TNT. If I take a shot, boom, explodes. And if I look in here, it used up 1 TNT. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Look back in here, that used another 4 TNT, and so forth. I think that's kind of a cool way to not make it too overpowered. So yeah, I just played around adding different items and effects. Over here we got fire charge. So let me go get some fire charges. And I think this one uses up maybe 4 fire charges or 8 per shot. This is pretty cool. This uses gassed fireballs. It does about 4 of them, I think, in sequence. So, damn. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Sorry, I just had to fix something right there. It can act pretty weird sometimes. This is just sort of like the rough ideas I had. It needs refinement, and there's lots of things that could probably go wrong with it, or ways to make it more efficient. But it's just fun to play around with. Wait, I didn't check that. So there I have 48 fire charges in my inventory. I shoot, took away 4. Okay, so that spends 4 fire charges. What's this one over here? Skull. Oh, right. Okay, this one, it doesn't use up this item, but if you put a wither skull there, and let me see. Oh yeah, I have a command block over here set to make a little spawner. Let's just turn this on. Okay, guys, that's enough for now. So this arrow does wither in a sort of proximity to the arrow if you shoot it. See? All these guys got wither. You can kind of see it's where the arrow traveled close to. These guys down the middle. So that's a pretty cool one. Let's see what else. And that doesn't use up the skull. I didn't really think into great detail about the balancing, because again, this is just kind of messing around. This one is spider eye. Okay, I know what that is. Here? Is that? No, that's fermented. Oh, you know what? I know. This thing isn't food for some reason. Who eats those? Okay, spider eye is an ingredient for poison potions, so if you use this baby, you're going to give a poison effect. See? It's loud. Oop. Got that guy. And it should also work even if the arrow hits. Or, wait. Too close. If you're really close, the stuff isn't going to work very well. But if you're about a normal distance away, yeah, see, that's working. Okay, those are poison arrows. Oops, is that one? This one, nether star. What did I configure this one for? Oh, right. This is kind of cool. Put the nether star on the slot above the arrow, and this shoots. This is pretty cool. Watch this. Lightning arrows. Oh my god, that's so loud. And I don't know if you guys know or not what lightning does to villagers now, but check this out. Turns them into witches. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is too crazy. Oh, man. Okay. That is so loud. Okay, what else do I have here? Gunpowder. Oh, this is kind of fun. This is kind of a goof. If you load this up with gunpowder, I think it consumes 4. But basically, this is a creeper arrow. Watch this. Do you see those? A bunch of creepers appear just ready to explode. Oh, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Oh, man. Yeah, let me try the other ones. I didn't have a target when I was doing these. Fire charge. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, these guys have fire resistance on them. That's pretty cool. And good old TNT. Definitely the most precise one, maybe. So yeah, that's pretty cool. If I can explain a little bit about the mechanics, these blocks over here are kind of what I use to help start it off. This one adds the objective health to the scoreboard. That's just to manage the health mechanics. I can actually show that. Scoreboard objectives. There we go. There's my health. If I went into survival, there we go. Take some damage here. You see it's going down on the right. I'm at 14, which means, 7 hearts, and I got that negative status effect. Okay, let me go back. So yeah, that's the deal with that. This sets command block outputs to false, so you're not swamped by all the command block outputs. And this adds an objective called bow, which is just a score that increments each time you use your bow. And it's used to help manage the different kind of arrows over here. You can go away. Okay. So yeah, and this is a comparator clock that's set to manage this. Anything slower than this will really kind of have issues with the arrow mechanics. It's just going to get too clunky. You want something faster. And over here I kind of have a redstone, a command block clock as an option in case you want something even faster. So that should still work. Might have a little bit cleaner operation. I just wasn't quite sure which one was less prone to maybe glitching if left running indefinitely. So I put both here as an option. Get into the command blocks. This stuff over here does the health based and XP based things. Like I believe these ones hidden down here. This one gives you weakness level 1 if your health score is between 13 and 16, and this one gives weakness level 2 if your health score is between 9 and 12, and going up and up. And then this one over here I think clears you of any weakness if your health score is 17 and above, basically. These ones over here do, I think, slowness. Yeah. And these ones, oh, these ones are empty. This one does mining fatigue, I'm pretty sure. And these two do the nausea. Yeah, this one clears the nausea, and this one gives you nausea when your health score is between 1 and 2 at the very bottom. And these over here do the level health boost thing. So this one here is testing for a player with a level 0 to 29. This one from 30 to 39, and so on and so forth. And when it detects the players of that level, it sends a signal through here, and then this thing gives them whatever this this thing will give them no, that's not right. Where am I looking here? Oh, right. I'm looking at the one that gives them nothing. So, okay, say if you got 30 levels, this thing would turn on. Actually, well, no. This one will turn on, the second one, and the signal will go through, and it'll turn on this command block, which gives you a health boost of level 1, which is 2 hearts for forever. And then this thing over here gives you the instant health, just to make sure you're all filled up. And yeah, and then say you go over to level 40, this thing would turn on. And what happens when the last one turns off is that this torch, it was off when this was on, but when this turns off, this torch goes on, and it wipes the previous effect before it adds the next one, just to make sure there's no sort of like overlapping errors and issues. So that's the deal with that side. Over here, it's pretty much the same structure for each one. You got this command block here that basically tests for test for a player with a bow score of 1, which means you fired your bow. So if you fire your bow, it detects you, and then it also tests to see that you have a bow in the second slot down there. That's just where I like to keep it. Obviously, you can configure it any way you want. And then it also checks a slot above it to see if there's whatever item that this thing requires. So in this case, it's TNT. So if it detects you fire the bow and you got the bow here and the TNT there, then this comparator is going to go off. This one right next to it detects the same thing except without the firing. That's just so that when you switch to this bow, let me turn this clock on. When you just switch to the bow, you see that goes on, and all that does is hits this command block, which kills all the arrows in the world, because there's not a good way to differentiate between different arrows out there in the world. So the ideal situation is to only have one arrow in play while this mechanism is working. So this just helps ensure that every time you switch over to this bow, it kills all the arrows before you shoot. And when you shoot, I'll show you, this bottom one will go off. You can see that for a second. And the bottom one goes off. It goes through these ones. See, this resets the bow to 0 for next time. This one summons a Wither Skull. And yeah, this system is based off the trick to use a Wither Skull to help position effects and stuff and teleport stuff. So this summons a Wither Skull. And there's this command block that's always running that's teleporting Wither Skull to the arrow fired. So that works for all of these. So this summons a Wither Skull that keeps being teleported to where the arrow is. So it's basically following the arrow. This summons TNT with a fuse of 5. It just summons it 100 blocks overhead. This, yeah. And let me see. This teleports. Oh, this one's not used, actually. Doesn't need to be there. This one teleports the prime TNT to the Wither Skull, which is, in turn, the Wither Skull's been following the arrow. This teleports it to the Wither Skull, so basically where the arrow is, more or less. And it teleports it there, and it explodes, like so. Sometimes you can see the Wither Skull glitching around. Yeah, I think I saw it flicker there for a second. So you go to these command blocks at the end, and what this does is it kills all the arrows just to reset the system, so there's no errors next time. This thing kills the Wither Skull in play to reset it. This thing sets the bow to 0 again. I guess I was just being careful. Like in case you fire twice or fire again in the middle of this. The system only really handles one arrow in the air at a time. So just remember, don't shoot too quickly in succession and stuff. And this one clears 1 TNT from the player's inventory. So it's just kind of a fun mechanic to pretend that you're consuming resources. And you can change that to whatever. Let me just, what's something good? Is it about a diamond? Could have it set to a diamond. So all you'd have to do is go in here, and if you press F3, hold the F3 and press H, then you get these extra things on the item menus, or the item descriptions. See, it says Minecraft : diamond is like the ID. So you could change this to Minecraft : diamond, and you see that that'll detect it now, and change this one to Minecraft : diamond. Oh, there's no T in diamond. And change this thingy. You don't even need to use this, obviously, if you don't want to be spending TNTs. It's just all, you know, whenever you want it. It's just pulling around. So change this to diamond. So that means I'll spend a diamond each time I use this mechanism. Let me get a few more. So I got 3 diamonds. And I shoot. Explodes. If I look in my inventory, I got 2 diamonds. I shoot. Explodes. And shoot. Bam. And I'm out of diamonds, which means if I shoot now, nothing happens. Nothing at all. So yeah. Basically it's configurable any way you want. And these other ones work a little bit, well, they work the same. This one does the fire charge, fireball thing. And all this one, it has all the mechanics in between. But this basically summons fireballs. 4 fireballs in succession while the arrow's flying. So basically they kind of look like they're going in a row, going forward. Which is cool. This one does, this one just creates an effect. These use the execute command. Very handy. This one creates effect with a radius of 6 that doesn't affect players around the Wither Skull, which is following the arrow. So basically at 4 points along the arrow's path, you get Wither radius of 6. It moves along Wither radius of 6, and that's how that one, that's how this Wither one works. Like so. Yep. And you see this one doesn't have the block that removes something, just because obviously it would be ridiculously expensive to spend a Wither Skull each time you do that. But the stuff in the end is pretty much the same. Yep. And this one does the lightning. Oh, no, wait. This is the Wither. This is the poison, right? Poison. Basically the same as the Wither. Identical except for the effect. This one over here is lightning. I actually have it do 2 lightning bolts at each point. This one just summons 1. This one summons 1 a little below it. Because a lightning bolt seems to have a radius of 3, so if you shoot the arrow a little high, I wanted it to cover the ground more fully. So it summons 2 lightning bolts stacked. And this last one was gunpowder, right? And this just executes a summon creeper command. With the creeper has a fuse of 10, and it's ignited, which means it's as if you had lit it. So it's ready to explode, and it's in the process of exploding with a fuse of 10. So that's how that works. So yeah, easily configurable. Mess around with it. Just a rough idea. I think I might try to work on something like this a little bit more. You know, use either of these clocks, whatever works. it's really only good for really only reliable for single player survival. If you want to do use it in multiplayer, the stuff that works easily at the moment would just be the mechanics dealing with weakness and mining fatigue and nausea according to your health, which is over here. And if you're only using these, you can get away with a much slower clock. This is definitely not going to be prone to malfunctioning in the long term. I'm pretty sure these are pretty reliable, especially since it's slower. So if you want to just stick this module into a multiplayer survival server, that would work fine. Or stick this one into a single player, maybe stick it somewhere underground. They'd have to be in your spawn chunks. That's the most important thing. Also, they'd be in the overworld, so they wouldn't really affect the other dimensions like the Nether and the End. But it's just a kind of a fun thing to play around with. Alright guys, here we are in a brand new survival test world. I've MC edited this module in here. We're in the spawn chunk, so we're all set. It should work if we're anywhere in the overworld. Here's also the simplified multiplayer one, in case I wanted to try that. But for now I'm just going to use this. Let's turn on the clock. Right, I've given myself a basic loadout, iron armor, some weapons, and all the items I need for the special arrows. And yeah, let's set the time. Oh look, there's a village. Alright, set the time to night. Get some mobs spawning. And just get down here. Set my game mode to survival. Right. Yep, we take damage. We got weakness 1. Alright, let's look for some mobs. Or actually, we got our TNT equipped. So, oh, sorry cows. That's pretty fun, actually. Oh yeah, look at that. Creeper. How do you like exploding now? Oh, it knocked you back too far. That's pretty awesome. Alright, I can't get... gotta try this. Fire charge. Woo! I think the explosions from this aren't as powerful. He was too close for it to work. Yeah. You need to be a certain distance. Woo! I love this. I love it. I'm gonna burn down this library. Oh, sorry, villager. Alright, what next? Try wither? Could wither a pig? Poor pig. He's gonna die. I think it's not quite about distance, it's about time between after you fire the arrow. So if you fire it very gently, you'd be able to affect things that are close by. Oh no! Did I piss off that Enderman? Oh god, I did. Whew. Alright, my health is doing pretty well. So I'm not weak yet. What else do we got? Got our poison arrows. Poison some pigs. So I guess the trick is to fire it very gently if you're going for a close effect. Oh, only got one of you, huh? Oh, there's a zombie. You can poison him. Oh, it didn't. That's not working too well. Why aren't you getting poisoned? Weird. Let's try something else. Let's try TNT. Whoa! That was close. Let's try a little combat, see if we can get our health down a bit. Yeah, come for me. Oh yeah, we're doing bad. I'll try to get away, but we're slower. No. Gotta heal up a bit. Oh, crap. Stay away. Oh no. Oh, slowness 2. I know what you could use. You could use... Oh, yeah. I've been saving this one. Oh, oh my god. Oh, look at him burn. Gotta watch out with the skeletons though, because you know, when they fire arrows at you, it's gonna just screw everything up. Like I said, it's not a perfect system. But oh, the villager. I could turn him into a witch. Oh, I turned him into a witch. Oh god, there's 2 witches now. Oh god. Oh god. Evasive maneuvers. Thank god I have this ender pearl. Oh no, there's bad guys everywhere. Oh, I'm so slow right now. One last thing to try out. The creepers. The creepers. Damn. It's almost more fun to watch the creepers' bodies kind of explode up and down. Oh, look at all you guys there. How do you like that, huh? No. No. So weak. I kind of want to see the nausea. I have to... Oh, here it comes. Oh, what's happening? Oh, I still hit him. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you have any suggestions, I'd love comments. And oh man, I'll see you next time. Why don't we just end this right here? Not quite. Come on. Oh!